What are the laws of thermodynamics? Let's start with the zeroth law. The zeroth law has something to do with thermoequilibrium, which can be achieved if there's no temperature difference between two systems. So basically, the zeroth law just states that if there are two individual systems that are in thermoequilibrium with a third one, then those two individual systems are in thermoequilibrium with each other. So basically, if A is equals to C and B is equals to C, that means A is equals to B as well. Pretty basic stuff. So let's head on over into the first law of thermodynamics, which is basically just delta U is equals to Q minus W. Basically, just change in internal energy is equals to heat added to a system minus work done by the system. Do keep in mind, if heat is removed from the system, then Q will be negative, and if there's work done on the system, then W will be positive, so there's that. The first law also states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only altered, so it's just the law of conservation of energy. So let's head on over to the second law of thermodynamics, which is basically just entropy in an enclosed system will always increase, never decrease. So an enclosed system is a system that is never affected by its surroundings. So, yeah. Think of it like this. Your room is enclosed from the outside world, and you decide not to clean it, and you're using it. So over time, the room will be ruined by you. The room will be dirty and all, but you decide not to clean it. So entropy really is just disorder. So the higher the ruin, the higher the disorder. So unless you decide to clean the room, entropy will always increase because no one in the outside world can help you clean the room. So yeah, that's just the second law of thermodynamics. Let's head on over into the third law of thermodynamics, which basically just states that a perfect crystalline structure, keep that in mind, a perfect crystalline structure, a 100% pure crystalline structure, at 0 Kelvin will have 0 entropy. Because if there's higher heat, there is higher entropy. So entropy is directly proportional to entropy. But why a 100% pure crystalline structure? Because if it's not a 100% pure crystalline structure, then entropy will only be so very small, because a perfect crystalline structure has like a perfect arrangement of a constituent particle, which are basically just atoms, which are basically just particles which can never be broken down, like molecules, ions, and salt and atoms. So if it's a perfect crystalline structure and it's 0 Kelvin, which means no heat, that also means no entropy. So those are the laws of thermodynamics. Hope you learned something. Bye.